Hello guys and welcome back to my channel, or should I say Mystic Miller's channel, as I'm taking over today as fortune teller and palm reader extraordinaire. Yeah, that's right, I'm a fortune teller. Okay, let's get on with this makeup tutorial because that's what you're here for, right? So I'm going to show you how to create this look really easily, and I think you'll really like it. It's sexy, but mysterious, and it's good fun. I mean, who doesn't want a headpiece that jingles? Please make sure to press the subscribe button so that you can see my weekly videos, because I have new fresh stuff coming each week. That's right. Why would you want to miss out? So go do that and then let's get to it. All of the products that I mentioned in this video are linked in the description box below. So I've already prepped my skin ready for makeup, and first I'm going to start off with this gorgeous primer by Victoria Beckham in Estee Lauder. What I love about primer is that it not only affects how your makeup looks, but also how long it lasts. I really like this one especially because it's part moisturizer, part illuminator, and for me I'd much rather have illuminated skin than reaching for my shimmer brick or my highlighter to achieve that glow. It's far more flattering as well. Using my new beauty blender and my Tom Ford foundation, this one is a beautiful full coverage foundation, but it's also very light on the skin, and I like it because it gives that radiant appearance, and this is going to be one pretty fortune teller, okay? The yellowish tint in this color really helps neutralize the redness in my skin, and it evens my skin tone without looking too heavy on the skin. Next, I'm going to go in with my Grwm 2-in-1 Multi-Perfecting Concealer. As you can see, I'm patting this into the skin rather than dragging it down because it will give a much smoother effect on the skin. Also, this concealer is really good at staying put. That's why I use it on my pimple there, as you can see. I decided to come and say hello today. Then going in with one of my hero products, this is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer. I'm using a lot of different colors on the eyelid today, and so I don't want any creasing of the color. I want it to last, and I want a really vibrant color. So this is going to help bring out that pigment in the eyeshadow too. Then I'm going to go in with MAC's Blacktrack Fluid Line Gel Liner. I love this product because this is where you can really build up the color on the eye. If you want something smudge proof and you want it to last all night, then the gel liner is amazing. With this, as I build up the color by patting it on using a flat brush, this does dry quite quickly, so it's really important to try and buff that in as much as possible with the blending brush. So to blend, I'm using the Sigma E40 blending brush. Building up the depth of color next with a powder, I'm going to be using the MAC eyeshadow in color Carbon. So it's going to be a lot easier to blend out any harsh lines and give a softer finish. And I'm blending this to the outer corner of the eye and stretching it out because I really want to give a wide-eyed appearance. And also take that color right underneath the lower lash line as well. And then I just neaten that up using a little cotton wool bud to get that kind of cleaner line. For my transition shade, I'm using this MAC eyeshadow in Sketch. And following the same shape, I drag that out to the outer corner of the eye, towards my temple. Building on this color, I'm going to go in now with my favorite palette, the Alice in Wonderland palette by Urban Decay, using SALAZEN GRUM color. It's a crimson with a beautiful shimmer, and who doesn't want a bit of sparkle at a Halloween party? This color is so pigmented, it really packs on the color. And I take that color again under my eye along the lower lash line. Then I'm going to use MAC's Pro Longwear eyeliner. This one is in Black Ice. At the end of this, you're going to look like you've fallen into a pot of liner because there is so much eyeliner, but honestly, this is what will really create that dramatic eye. This eyeliner I really love because it's very creamy and it glides so easily onto the eyelid, but at the same time packing on a really dense color. Then I blend this out using a brush and make sure that both the outer corners meet. This gives a really nice soft appearance. As you can see, it's really easy to blend. Then I'm going in with my MAC mascara. This one is great, it gives length, volume, curl. There's no clumping with this one as well. I'm not gonna build and layer that up too much because I'm gonna put false lashes on next. I just push that into the root and then drag down on the lower lashes for a dramatic effect. Now onto my favorite part, adding the lashes. What I like about these ones is they're like naturally dramatic, like not too fake looking. I'm gonna use some duo glue with this. Okay, so at this point I'm drying the lashes. I like to blow on the lash. I want to make the lash glue kind of tacky. Wait a second, where's the lash gone? I'm still blowing, but the lash isn't I've lost the lash, but we've got it well recovered. We have the lash, guys, it's okay. Okay, so it's going back on track. I'm just gonna pat that onto the lash line and then squeeze together my natural lashes with the false lashes. And I always remain looking down for this because then the glue doesn't go everywhere and neither does the lash. Once the lash glue has dried, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and double line using a powder. So using the same eyeshadow by MAC in Carbon, I'm going to basically pat that on as close as possible to the lash line and then blend it out. And you can never blend enough. So the idea of the double liner is that you have the definition of the gel liner with the softness of the powder. And now I'm just going to clean up any fallout from my eyeshadow using my beauty blender. So I'm being very basic here and I'm using a Vaseline on my lips, but there's a good reason for it. That Vaseline is going to come in handy later on. Then onto eyebrows. So I'm going to be using for my eyebrows this Grwm eyebrow kit. I'm going to use the dark and the lighter brown color, but all these colors adapt to different skin tones, so that's what I really love about them. So the highlighter helps clean up under your eyebrow, defines the shape, but also kind of blends out any harsh lines between the dark shadow and your skin tone. A little hack for you here, I'm using the Collection Colorless Mascara, and I'm just going to use it as an eyebrow gel because it works exactly the same. Now for a little bronzage. I'm going to use my bronzer by Victoria Beckham and Estee Lauder in Jaffa Sun, and I'm going to apply that under the cheekbones using my angled Glam brush, and then in the shape of a 3 by the temples, by the cheekbones, and then underneath the jawline for definition. To really hollow out underneath those cheekbones and really get those cheekbones popping, I'm gonna use the Collection Contour Stick. This is a beautiful creamy contour stick, so easy to blend, and it gives really precise definition. And I just blend that out using my beauty blender. You can see I'm kind of happy at this point that it's all coming together quite nicely. It's my happy dance. Then onto highlighter. So we're going to highlight the cheekbones using a highlighter by Victoria Beckham and Estee Lauder again. This one is in Modern Mercury. It's a beautiful shimmer color without being too much. On the top of the cheekbones, on the nose, and on the cupid's bow. To get rid of any shine and get that airbrushed effect, I'm going to use the Givenchy Prism Translucent Powder. It's a loose powder, gives a beautiful soft blurred finish. I'm going to go back and use the Tom Ford foundation, but I'm going to use this as kind of like a primer for the lips because I want to have a really neutral base and I want the color that I'm going to put on next to really pop. The lip I'm going to go for today is like an ombre lip. So I'm going to start by defining the lip using the lip liner in Damson by Collection, and then I'm going to go in and fill in the lip a little bit to give more of an intense deep color as well as giving a semi-matte finish, making sure not to fill in the entire lip, leaving the middle section. Then I'm going to use this dreamy lipstick by Tom Ford in color ELLIOTT. It's slightly lighter than the shade of the liner. That's how we're going to create that ombre effect. And I'm going to use a brush to apply it on the top and bottom lip in the middle section. Ooh, the Vaseline is back. I'm going to, first of all, just dab my Tom Ford angled brush into the Vaseline and then apply that on the inner corner of the eye and also on the lower lash line, dragging it down. Then this is going to act as a kind of glue for the reflex glitter that's going to go on next. And as you see, I just basically tap the reflex glitter on using this angled brush and it will stick to the Vaseline. As you can see, the reflex gives that gorgeous texture and shimmer. Next, I'm using the Kevyn Aucoin gold eyeshadow. I got this eyeshadow when I tried to recreate Pat McGrath's gold eyeshadow look. It's so beautiful, so pigmented, and I'm just going to use a brush to apply that for greater precision and put that on the inner corners of the eye. And now for my magic trick. Okay, not much magic going on there, just lots of failed attempts at trying to put those contacts in. So I'm going to divide up my hair into 2 sections. So I'm going to grab one section and then I'm going to fold it over onto the top of my head and pin it using some grips. You really can't use enough grips, guys, so don't hold back. And then I do the same to the other section. You can use a wig cap, and I did have one somewhere, but I couldn't find it. So I've used without. It doesn't make too much of a difference. And then I just put the wig on.
So as you can see, it looks quite fake right now, but once we put this on, it'll make all the difference. So this is the final look.
guys enjoyed watching. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. I always read all your comments and reply to all of them. And yeah, it's just great to hear from you guys. I will see you very soon. Bye! For one day only, I'm reading palms. If you would like your palm read, please leave a note to me in the comments below my latest Instagram and we'll arrange. So some of you have just like snapped me saying when and how do I consider myself a professional palm reader. I am averse to any institutionalism at all, so professional is not a word I use. For those wondering, I am totally self-taught. I happened to Google today what a palm reader was, and now I've just absorbed all that information and just a case of delivering. Some of you are asking me how much it costs per reading session, and you know, I'm not so good with numbers or figures. It's not really the way my mind thinks, but I do take American Express. I'll be there in 1 minute. Just give me 1 more minute. Sorry, there's just so many people at the door. Form a queue, please.
Something struck me as if it came from up above. While looking at the fortune teller, I fell in love. Now I'm a happy fella.
Oh, fun's over. Hello? No? Oh, Uber Eats. Oh, okay, yes.